Hi guys, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect, plant-based extreme weight loss, and this is week 2 of the Integrity Challenge. And in case you're just new to the Integrity Challenge, what that is just a challenge that you make yourself. Declare what you're going to eat, what you're not going to eat, and it goes from whenever you start through the end of the year. And just like the name sounds, the idea was to start to rebuild trust with yourself. I started this challenge because I had lost integrity with myself. I was doing things that I knew not to do, and it was bringing me a lot of pain, mostly from that feeling of being out of compliance and out of that feeling of trust with myself. It's really not about anybody else, but it's about being able to trust yourself, being able to believe in yourself, being able to build that self-esteem. Because every time you do something that you say you're not going to do, you lose a little bit of credibility with yourself. And so this is my attempt to build that back up, and there are a bunch of people participating with me in our Facebook group, which is the Butterfly Effect. Raw and plant-based weight loss is what it's called, and I'll link to the group in the description below. So you can join if you want to. It's not too late. So last week we talked about our environment and how that is, by every study, your environment is the #1 factor that predicts your success. And what that means is, if you are a smoker who never buys cigarettes again, you are never going to have access to cigarettes again. Well, if no one ever gives them to you, see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's something that works with other kinds of addiction medicine, where they control the environment and they go what they call cold turkey, and they take the thing away, and then they just make sure that they're not exposed to it in other areas. So a smoker might have to give up hanging out with the friends that she used to smoke with on their 10-minute break, or an alcoholic obviously can't go to the same places that she went to when she drank a lot of alcohol. You know, different bars and things like that would be out of scope for her if she wants to have continued success. It's the same with us. If you want to keep yourself from eating candy bars, you should probably not keep candy bars in your house. And in the field of addiction medicine, they say it's just a matter of time. If you're exposed to something that you're addicted to, eventually willpower wears that away and you can become tempted, and then you could give in. So you want to make sure that you control that, because that's one of the few things that you usually can control. It's so important that I've done things like change jobs so I wouldn't be exposed to it. I've driven a different route, and another thing that I've done that's kind of an environmental control is leave all of my money and my debit card and everything at home, so that I had created an environment where I didn't have the funds to get something that would throw me off. And so those are some things that we talked about last week. This week I want to talk about a singular focus, being laser focused on what you want. And what I mean by that is, today we get these messages that we should be, you know, working on our fitness and eating exactly properly and be completely organized and be a wonderful employee who is climbing the corporate ladder and be a loving and caring parent who does everything worthy of being put on a Pinterest board, and an awesome friend that just remembers everybody's birthday and makes everybody feel special, and a wonderful partner and spouse. And you know, it's too much. It's too much. Oh, and also we need to save all our money and be a great money manager too, okay? Who can do all that? We can't do all that. Nobody in generations past was perfect, and we are not going to be perfect either. It's just not going to happen. While those are all admirable goals, you have to decide what is going to be your focus and stick with that. And I propose that working on your health and especially your diet is a great place to be your laser focus, especially through the end of this year. So what I mean by that is if you don't have your health, nothing else matters. You can have all the money in the world, and if you're dying, it won't help you. I can't relieve your suffering. If you don't have your health, you won't be able to be the parent that you want to be. If you don't have your health, you're not going to be able to perform at work. You're not going to be able to do everything that you would be able to do to be the best partner. So your health is really the foundation of everything else. Without your health, there's no you. And so you have to put that first. And the reason that I bring this up is I've talked to a couple of different people. One person was wanting to take care of a weight problem and came to me to help her get started on a plant-based diet, and I was very happy to do that. But her big focus was weight control to the point that she was unwilling to quit smoking. Now, to me, if you are a smoker, that has to be your laser focus, because that's the number one thing in your health. You to the point of if you temporarily have a little weight gain because you're stopping smoking, that would be okay with me. I think that it is more important to stop smoking. I lost my mom partly to smoking, even though she quit 20 years before she passed away. It had so damaged her health that some things happened, like she had legs amputated. You know, I can't think of anything more destructive than smoking. So and that is not a judgmental statement for you guys. If you are a smoker, I have only love for you. I feel like it's another addictive substance. I can very much relate because I have my own problems with addictive substances, so please don't think I'm being judgmental. I'm just saying that if you have to put one thing first, and I believe you do, then smoking would even come before weight loss and health. And so the other thing I wanted to say is, you know, right now there's going to be a lot of competing agendas for your focus. So the holidays are coming and you want to make it magical for your kids and neat Halloween or whatever. That is wonderful. You can do that as long as it doesn't interfere with staying on your plan that you promised yourself, whatever that might be. Keeping your promise and the integrity challenge has to be your number one focus for this to be successful, because what you're trying to do is build that credibility with yourself, and if you let yourself down yet again, that is going completely against the spirit of what we're trying to create together, okay? And so the other reason to know what your focus is and just be really clear on that is there'll be times when two areas that you really want to work on are going to conflict, and you have to know which one wins, okay? So you might really want to save money, and that is a big goal with you. But if a cheeseburger at the fast food place is 99 cents and the salad is $4 or $5, guess which one you should be choosing? By the way, please don't go to the fast food place, but it's just an example. If you had to choose between those two things, you would definitely want to choose a salad, okay? If it's between being really efficient and saving time and being able to pursue hobbies or things like that, you are going to have to invest some time in prepping your food and prepping your fruits and vegetables and cooking your beans and your potatoes and all that kinds of stuff. And so if it comes down between one priority and another, you have to know that your health comes first and put that first. So I want you to think about areas in your life where maybe you haven't made your health your primary focus. You really need to look at that. So things like we all have a wish to save money, and we all like to get things for free. But that can cause you problems when you're at a party and the food is free, or there's samples and the food is free, or there's a potluck and the food is free. They may not be the same choices. So again, by having that priority and knowing what is number one and having that laser focus, you can decide what you want, how you want to make that decision. It's going to be a lot easier for you to say, nope, my number one priority is health. That even comes before saving on the $5 I was going to spend for a nice salad, not at a fast food place. The last thing I want to say is, you know, if you're going to be successful, your chances of success are going to be hugely improved by having a singular focus and being laser focused on what you want. If Michael Phelps spent as much time trying to learn how to bake a perfect pie, or become proficient at poker, and wanted to become a dog groomer, all of those things would interfere with the time that he put in practicing and becoming, you know, really amazing at swimming. And so if you want to do something well, you should really make it your priority. And again, we're only talking about your commitment only lasts through the end of this year. And then it's up to you if you want to continue it. But for that limited period of time, it also helps you, so you can say, I really want that chocolate, but January 1st, maybe I could have that chocolate. By having that date to put it off, it might help you get through a craving. And my bet is January 1st, you're going to feel so good that you're not going to want to give in to that. All right, I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. It's not too late to join the challenge if you want to do that. And I'll see you on the Facebook site. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.